Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts on some new Aether beauty products. And you guys know that I've been the biggest fan of Aether beauty eyeshadows for quite a long time now. I own 3 of the palettes. I use them regularly. I think the shadows are really high quality. I think they are some of the best in the non-toxic beauty space. I appreciate that some of the palettes are also more colorful as well. So if you're into more colorful eyeshadows, you have an option, which is typically not the case. So when I saw that Aether Beauty came out with pressed highlighters and also with lip creams, I knew I was going to have to try them out for you guys and give you my thoughts. So that's what I'm doing here today. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving you a review and also demoing the products so you can see how they apply. I am wearing one of the lip creams currently, and I also have the highlight on. Though I must say, if I look extra glowy all over my face, as beautiful as the highlight is, it is the end of the day when I'm filming today. That's just how my schedule worked out. I've got a whole bunch of travel coming up, so I'm trying to squeeze in some extra filming, and it happened to be at the end of the day. So I have oily skin, so everything looks really glowy right now, but I think you can still see the highlight quite nicely because it's the part that's actually, you know, on my cheekbones and on my cupid's bow and not just the general glow all over my face. So I'm actually first going to start off with the pressed highlighter. This is the product that came out first. The lip creams came out second. And I do have to say that the pressed highlighters are physically available in a lot of Sephoras. I went into my local Sephora in Boston. Unfortunately, it was after I purchased the highlighter, but I was able to actually see both of them side by side. So if you are curious about which shade might be a better fit for you, I would highly recommend checking on Sephora's website. You can type in your zip code and then pull up and see if the product is physically available in store. There's a high chance that it would be available in your Sephora, and then you can actually go and see it in person, which is one of the things that's so amazing about Aether Beauty is a lot of their products are carried in Sephora stores and not just Sephora online. It is the pinker shade. I'm saying pinker because it's not really that pink. There's a more gold one, and that is not the one that I own. But I was able to see them side by side in person, and I actually swatched both of them because I was initially worried that the gold shade would be too deep for my skin tone, but it seemed that it would actually work even though I am really, really fair. Though granted, that was in Sephora lighting, which we all know is not the best lighting for judging swatches, but it did seem like it could work. If you have light skin, you know, not fair skin, but like light skin, I think you could go with either shade. And I do have to say this shade here, even though it is a little bit pinker leaning, I think it could really work on a variety of skin tones as well. So when I first saw this, I was actually really nervous about it because you can probably see that it's quite glittery. And I was really worried that it was going to just look like chunks of glitter on my face. And nobody wants a highlight that just looks like chunks of glitter. You really want that inner glow. And even when I swatched it, I was still a little bit worried about how it would actually come across on my face. So I've got a swatch here on my hand. You can see the glitter a bit on my hand, but once I have it on my face, I really can't see it. I've tried out some other highlighters where I could definitely see the chunks of glitter on my face. This one does just melt into my face and give me a really beautiful glow. I have to say this highlighter is definitely not one for the faint of heart. Like, you have to love highlighter and love the look of wearing highlighter because yes, you can go in lightly and try and do like a light dusting of this highlighter, but it's a pretty intense highlighter no matter how you slice it. With having fair skin, to have a highlighter show up this well is actually really impressive because with my fair skin, a lot of the underlying shade in the highlighter is not actually light enough to actually highlight. But this one definitely is, and that's part of the reason why it's so glowy, but also, I guess, from the name, it does have crushed diamonds in it, which is kind of cool. Like, this is the kind of product where you could just like pull it out and be like, oh yeah, I have a crushed diamond highlighter, and your friends would be like, what? That's what this product is. But it is a really, really beautiful highlight. I absolutely love it. I'm honestly mulling over getting the other shade of it. Not that I really need any more highlighters. We just saw me decluttering my makeup. But I really, really like it. I think especially if you have fair skin and you want to use the RMS pressed highlighters and you're like me and you can't find a shade that actually works for you, I would highly recommend checking these out. I really think the quality is amazing. The packaging is beautiful as well. It's got the same like design as the eyeshadow palettes. It doesn't have a mirror, but that is so that it can be more easily recyclable. That's why in the demo you see me using another palette that has a mirror to actually apply it. As someone who travels a lot, having mirrors is super convenient. I also understand the environmental sustainability aspect of having a palette without a mirror, so I do appreciate that. It's just something to know about it. But overall, I would recommend it if you like intense highlights. Like, that's the big caveat with this. If you want a subtle highlight, this is not going to be for you. But if you really like that super glowy look, this is great. It is one of the best formulas in non-toxic beauty. It's also pressed. There are very few pressed highlighters, or at least ones that I've encountered. I like the Crop Naturals one. That one's been really awesome. The RMS Pressed Luminizer formula is beautiful, but like I said, there's not a shade that works for me. And then there's this one, and that's really the main ones I can think of. So if you don't want a cream, you don't want a liquid, you want just your regular pressed powder, this is where it's at. Now we're going to move on to the lip creams. I picked up 2 shades of the lip cream. I had a hard time, honestly, figuring out the swatches from online. Sephora only had arm swatches. They didn't have any lip swatches, and this product is only available right now while I'm filming this video at Sephora.com. It's not available in Sephora stores or any other retailers, including AetherBeauty.com. I tried to do my best picking out the colors. I have the shade here in Ruby. This is this beautiful, like, just red that I'm wearing. It's pretty much a true toned red. It's not too blue, it's not too orange, it's pretty much just dead on red. The other shade I have is Manifest, which is this kind of deep mauve pink. Here, I'll swatch it for you here. It's a little bit deeper than what I was anticipating, but like I said, I was having a little bit of a hard time figuring out what shade I liked from the pictures and descriptions online. And I think the shade that may have been like the ideal shade for me was actually sold out already. So I didn't have like the full selection of colors. So this is what the shade Manifest looks like. It's right next to the highlighter. It's the only other swatch on my hand other than the highlighter. One thing that's super, super notable about this product is the packaging. So it's actually made from 100% recycled plastic, which is huge because at least Aether's claim is that there's no other lip product on the market that's made from 100% recycled plastic, which, you know, I'm going to give it to Aether Beauty for always thinking about sustainability in their products. They're also, I forgot to mention, all cruelty-free and vegan as well. So really just hitting every single point that you could want in a product. So this formula is pretty interesting. I'm going to show you a demo of me applying it. I will say that this red shade is particularly difficult to apply just because it is a red shade, and if you make any tiny mistake, it will show up because that's the way red lipsticks are. It's not this formula, it's more just red is a shade that is not at all forgiving for mistakes. So it is a liquid formula, and it does come with a Doe Foot applicator. This is what the Doe Foot looks like. I try to not watch other people's reviews prior to reviewing products. I really like to be able to give you my thoughts and opinions without being influenced by other people. Unfortunately, these products actually came out during my no-buy in January, so I was a little bit delayed in purchasing them, which is why this video is coming out later than some other videos. And so I did end up seeing some reviews of these products, and they were all really, really positive reviews. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna purchase 2 of them because I'm probably going to love it. I love a long wearing lip product. Like, you guys know, that is what I'm looking for, something to stay in place all day. And I do like a liquid lip formula. I love the Clove and Hallow liquid lips. I love the Honest Beauty liquid lipstick. So I was like, this is probably gonna be kind of like a liquid lipstick. And it is. It definitely is super pigmented. You can sheer it out or blot it down. Allegedly, I've been able to blot it, but I've not been able to really sheer it out. I haven't had much luck with that. I think maybe it's something as I play around more with the product that I'll be able to figure out, but as of right now, I really just kind of have to do like one coat on and then like blot it down as needed. It's interesting because it definitely stays kind of sticky. It doesn't dry, I mean, it's not sticky, but it stays wet. It doesn't dry down instantly. I mean, I can feel it now. I've had it on for a few minutes, beginning to dry, but it's still not fully dry yet. And it will eventually dry down pretty matte, but I'm going to show you here. If I do a kiss test, it definitely does transfer. So it's not a transfer proof formula, and I have had this on for a few minutes. This product has all the aspects of something I should love, but I'm not quite in love with it. And here are the reasons why. It's not as long wearing as I thought it would. Yes, it does leave a stain behind as it's drying down, but to be completely honest, I find the Ilia Color Block lipsticks to be more long wearing on me, the Red Apple lipsticks to be more long wearing on me, the Honest Beauty liquid lipsticks, the Clove and Hallow liquid lipsticks. Like, this was just, I mean, it's a long wearing lipstick. It wears longer than a lot of other lipsticks. It just doesn't wear as long as some of my favorite long wearing lipsticks. So there's that. And also, I'm surprised I've not seen anybody else talk about it, but I find it to be a little drying. Like, I thought with the lip cream in the name, it wasn't going to be as drying. I thought it was going to be more like the Honest Beauty lipstick, and it is. It's not as drying of a formula or as matte of a formula as the Clove and Hallow lip velvets, but I do find kind of as the day goes on that my lips are starting to feel dry, especially once you really are just worn down to that stain and you don't have that full pigmentation of color. Like, I kind of feel like I need to reapply the product to just kind of re-moisturize my lips. And it's probably exacerbated by the fact that it's winter and my lips are just dry. And so I really am craving like very moisturizing formulas. I've been really into lip gloss recently because of that. I really just want products that hydrate my lips and keep them feeling really comfortable. And this is just not quite as comfortable as I want it to be. Do I like it? Yes. Am I still going to use the product? Yes. Do I think it's still a really cool product, especially in the non-toxic beauty space? Yes. Would I say I 1000% recommend it? No. Like, if this sounds like a product you're interested in, I think it's good. It's honestly just not quite my favorite product. And maybe it's the two shades I've got. Like, Reagan has talked about this, and I completely agree with her on this, that there is shade variation in products. When you get one shade versus another, it can perform better or worse. The Kosas 10-second eyeshadows are a good example of that. I absolutely love the shade Globe, but I have now gotten the shade Fahrenheit, which just does not perform nearly as well as Globe. And maybe that's the case with these. Like, maybe I got shades that are just not quite the same as the other ones. I don't know. Like I said, I will continue to use them. I will continue to wear them. They're both beautiful colors. I would totally be down for getting a more nude shade. That was kind of my own user error on that. Hopefully they'll eventually make their way into a Credo or physically in Sephora and I can actually find the right shade. But for right now, I will just stick with these two. If I had to recommend one of these two products, I would say the highlighter personally, but I know a lot of people love these lip creams and it may be a better product for you. It may just be that I have dry lips in winter right now. It's not as comfortable. Maybe in summer, I'll like it a little better. I honestly just wish it was a smidge more long wearing. Maybe I talk too much during the day. Maybe I eat my lunch really messily. Maybe I drink too much water during the day and I'm just wearing it off throughout the day. But I expected for this type of product just a little bit more longevity than what I'm getting. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Oh, also, yes, as you can see, it's very much a staining product. Like, this is going to be stuck here for a while. I'm probably gonna have to use a oil balm cleanser to get this off. So there's that. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my Instagram. My handle's at naturallybeautifulgirl for more non-toxic, cruelty-free, sustainable living content. Let me know in the comment section down below. Have you tried either of these products? Are you interested in trying them? Let us know. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.